my name is Andrew Dugill with Hoffman Realty Tampa Property Management, and we manage rental properties throughout the Tampa Bay area. Today what I'd like to talk about is how does a landlord's insurance work and why you need it. Well, if you're going to be renting a property in the Tampa Bay area, you do need to have landlord's insurance. It protects you from financial losses associated with your rental. Now, if you're going to be renting your personal residence, right now you probably have homeowner's insurance, and you need to take that homeowner's insurance and convert it to what we call a dwelling policy. That's what a landlord's policy is called in Florida. And if you've got a condo-owner's policy, you need to convert that to a landlord policy by having what's called a rented to others rider put on it. And landlord's insurance differs from homeowner's insurance in a couple of areas. The first piece of good news is it's usually less expensive because there's no coverage for your personal possessions in the insurance. And it covers you for things like lost rents for covered hazards. So, for example, if a pipe were to burst in your property and flood the property and it was no longer habitable as a result and your tenant had to move out, your insurance would cover repairing the damage plus the rents you lost because you were not able to rent it during that time. Now, some things to consider with landlord's insurance. There's really two types. There's one type called all risks, and there's a type called stated risk. And you really need to get the all risk. The difference is only about $50 to $100 a month. I'll tell you a story about a landlord that we managed their property. About 2 years ago, a pipe burst in the property, and it flooded the entire house and destroyed her beautiful hardwood floors, and it cost thousands of dollars to fix it up. Well, she went to make that claim from her insurance company, and she had been sold by her agent a stated risk policy, and it didn't state that hardwood floors being damaged by a plumbing leak in her policy, so it wasn't covered. If she'd have spent $50 to $100 more, she'd have been covered. So be careful about going cheap on insurance. Also, what you need to know is that as a landlord, you increase your liability profile. So you've got to have public liability insurance. On a dwelling policy, you can add $300,000 of public liability insurance for $25 to $50 a year. I mean, it's really cheap. Make sure you buy it, because if someone trips over on a skateboard that your renter left outside your property and breaks their leg, you'd be really glad you had it. And if you are an especially affluent landlord and you've got lots of assets, you probably want to consider either a personal or a business liability policy to raise that liability limit. This is Andrew Dugill with Tampa Property Management, Hoffman Realty, and we manage properties throughout the Tampa Bay area. If you've got questions about landlord's insurance, please give us a call.